Never even said goodbye. Yes. What's good, y'all? Kalen here, aka Nilak the Prophet, back. It's been a long time. I feel like that's the trend on every one of these blogs, is always to start it with the same entrance, but I mean, it's always the same. However, I think this time maybe the biggest gap I've ever had between a vlog. The last one I did was back at MTSU. It was like fall 2015. We're in the summer of 2017 now, so that's a pretty huge gap if you ask me. And I'm just making this one now just to kind of brush up on like what's been going on, what's been happening all this time. There's a lot to fill in, so I'll try to be pretty quick about it. I want to start with 2015. So if you saw that vlog, I put it down. I'll talk about that stuff too later, but I took all the videos down so you can't see the old vlogs. But basically 2015 was working on, you know, that was a big year. I talked about that during that period of time. I made a vlog about that whole situation and just all that was crammed into that year. My grandparents passing, starting college, working on the Hills and Valleys mixtape. Just a whole lot was packed into that year. And so 2016 in February I dropped Hills and Valleys, which was kind of like the culmination of everything that had kind of gone down during that period of time, in which, like I said, a lot was going down, a lot was happening. So Hills and Valleys was like a snapshot of just all that went down that year. I never really talked about what happened post Hills and Valleys, because that was like when that whole period of time where I wasn't putting anything out started. So basically I put out Hills and Valleys, and at the time I was at MTSU doing a lot, trying to connect. My freshman year was a great time, dude. I enjoyed it, every bit of it. I really enjoyed MTSU. Got all A's my first semester, mostly A's and B's on my second semester, so good year all in. During the summer of 2016, I made my mind up to drop and transfer, and so initially it was just kind of like a thought. I was like, man, wouldn't it be cool to go to the school I'm at now, which is Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. And I was just thinking, man, it would be really sick. Like, that was the school when I was a senior in high school. That was the school I wanted to go to. And so just because of financial situations and circumstances, I never really got to there my first year of college. During the spring of 2016 and just the summer, I was like, I think I'm really going to do this. And so me and my parents, we talked through it, and we tried to look at financially what that would look like, because Belmont's an expensive school. And just prayed about it, spent a lot of time just thinking about what that would look like. And come fall, man, we were in late registration, late orientation, you bet, I mean, everything. But it happened, and I'm there. That's where I'm going to school now. And I've been there my sophomore year and junior year, got my classes registered, and it's a reality. So there's that. Also, summer 2016, I started my job, my first job, like legit job, working hours and getting a paycheck. Nothing glamorous. It's Jason's Deli in Cool Springs, but it's what keeps me doing what I'm doing. And you're looking at the byproduct of, you know, the pay that's come through that. So it's a blessing, and I must say, while I have a lot of complaints with it sometimes, it's not been a terrible job. It's pretty cool, and it's putting dough in my pocket, so it's, you know, it's necessary. So I've been doing that for about a year now. We're in June 2017. I've been doing that since last June, so that's been interesting. And then worked really well with my school schedule this year too. I was able to keep working during the school year, which helped because I was able to keep the money coming in, so that I could, because I commute, so that's a lot of gas burning up and forth, you know, every day to get to class. It's a completely different experience than last year, man. It's so different. Being at home a lot, working a job while going to classes at the same time. There were times this past year, man, where I literally had to bring my work clothes and my work shoes to school with me and just go straight down the highway to work right after class so that I could make it on time. So very different experience. It's been something else, but enjoying it all the nonetheless. And it's just the next chapter in my life, and it's been interesting to just see how it's played out. So yeah, new everything, dude. New school, new job, new house. We moved into a new house. My parents have moved to Tennessee along with me, so we're all here now, and got a new church we're going to, and I've been helping out on the tech team with the graphics and the lighting and stuff like that. So that's been really cool. Just a different season, man. It's a completely different chapter. It's a different experience. And with that also comes the different, circumstances of what I'm doing musically. And about a couple months ago, I took down all the videos on my Nilak music channel and renamed the channel. And I never really went into detail as to why I did that. And no one really asked, because I got to a point where I wasn't putting out any kind of material, so nobody really would check to see what was going on. And really, man, the reason as to why there hasn't been much since Hills and Valleys is just life's been busy, man. I just told you what all has been going on, and on top of that, now this month I started a second job, so I'm putting in work, man. It's a lot going on, and so between school and work and now this summer, just 2 jobs, it's been a lot, and so I just haven't had as much time. I'm still making music, man. I'm working on a project right now, and it's a big project, and I've wanted to spill the beans about it for a while, but just for 2 reasons. One, I'm waiting because it's something really special, and I really want to carry it out to its fullest extent before putting out any kind of promotional stuff or even information about it, because and I've said this before, just you always want to wait until it's solidified before you start telling people about stuff. So for that reason, I've kind of kept my mouth shut about it. But anytime people ask, I'm always, hey, I'm working on something. There's always something I'm working on. So there's that. Hopefully that'll satisfy anybody wondering what's going on musically. Haven't given up on it. I've been working on music a lot, man. I got a lot of stuff. It's there, but it's not done. So I'm just kind of waiting on it to be finished. And because I've been so busy, I haven't had as much time to really dedicate myself to it and really carry it out to where I want it to get to. Right now I'm in the midst of this kind of period, just trying to figure out what I'm going to do, because this upcoming year I want to do things a little differently, and I want to cut back on work and put more time into my music, because this past year of school, I really took a lot of time away from music to really focus on school and work, which is good, but just different things keep pushing me to wonder when am I going to do what I want to do, because all those years in Arkansas working on music, I prayed for an opportunity like what has come recently, and it's alright, man, God's provided everything you need to really do what you wanted to do, but it's up to you now. You gotta take initiative. So just kind of in that place right now, just wondering man, when is this gonna take off? When am I gonna take that leap? And what does that leap look like? And even been reading this, we're in it, dude. This is a book I got today, just about independent musicianship and what that looks like from a marketing standpoint, realistically how you can market yourself, and different business decisions you have to make, and how to respond to the music business. I've been doing independent from day one, and it's now I'm beginning to understand the industry a lot more, and this is, for one, it's out of necessity, which this book talks about too. I'm doing this independently because I have to. There's no other way right now. I'm not signed. I'm not really pitching myself to labels, so for the time being, I'm just doing it myself. And if something comes along that's really good, I think I'll say yes to it, but I just want to learn more. I want to grow more, and just understand what this would look like. Because one of the things I've realized has come out of this year of school, and just this past year in particular, is just you mature in your understanding of music. When I was doing stuff in high school, it was just a hobby. It was something I loved to do, but I didn't look at it as this is what is going to provide the money I need to survive. when you get to a certain point and you really dedicate yourself to music, it becomes more than just something that you enjoy doing. It's like, if I don't do this well, I'm not gonna make it. Like, I'm gonna have to pick up a job at some place I don't want to be. And when you down the line, you have a family. It's like, my family depends on me to provide for them, and if I'm not doing what I need to be doing well, then they suffer because of that. So just different considerations you have to take into consideration, once you've matured and understood how things work a little bit more. So just a lot of that, and just trying to navigate what this looks like for me right now in this position I find myself in. But good stuff, man, good stuff. Back in this past winter, I went to Impact Conference in Atlanta, Georgia, which is kind of like a Christian conference for African Americans primarily. It's not excluding other races. It's just the people at Impact saw a need for the black church and the black community, the African American community, to really have a place where young college students and college student age African Americans can be enriched with just the the Word of God, and just be surrounded by people of color that have gone places and are doing things, are making differences in the community, and encouraging other young African Americans to do the same. So it was a really great conference. I loved it. Would love to go again. So between that and just different just the Holy Spirit working, I just feel like it's time to really take this thing seriously. So case in point, got the book, we're getting it with the project, so things are happening is the point. And so that's been cool. Man, other things to report, I think those are the big things, dude. Just in this in-between state of just trying to figure out what the next chapter is going to be, working on this project. And the project, one of the difficulties with this project in particular is that it's so in line with where my life is right now that I'm kind of stuck in this place of having to, I can't work on the project until I've lived more, because there's experiences and things that are going to be in this project that I haven't yet learned about, haven't been there. So I don't really know how to speak to that particular circumstance yet, and I won't until I get to that position. So that's kind of been the reason why I haven't had as much time to, the writing for me has been the hardest part recently, because just the lyrics, I'm like, man, I don't want to write to this song until I know what I have to say in this song. And as of right now, I'm just kind of like, I don't really know exactly what I want to say on this track. So that's been the situation there. But man, it's been good, dude, no doubt. A lot of growth, kind of up and down, hills and valleys type of lifestyle. That project has been my life, but all the way, dude, God's been good, and it's been just a privilege seeing where everything is going. Just the relationships that have come out of the past year has just been wonderful. So, encouraged, tired. You hear me now, man. It's been a crazy week. I worked all day yesterday and Monday. Literally, Monday was sun up to sundown, tearing down the stage at the Riverfront Park in Nashville. Out in the hot sun all day, man. We were there. We got there. The stage was still set up. We left. It was gone. So it was a lot of work. And then Tuesday, I was all day at Jason's. So, making sandwiches and pouring soups and serving meals for a full day. And then today was my day off. So I just kind of uncoiled, relaxed, picked up a book, I picked up a movie. And so just this is life, man, and just taking it one day at a time, trusting God to kind of guide me and keep me, hold me accountable, and keep me growing into the man that He would have me to become. So yeah, man, but expect some stuff in the next couple months. Hopefully, I'm trying to keep up the grind, dude. It's been difficult with all the things going on, but still making things happen. Still have a passion for this stuff, and thank you to the guys, the people that are still around, who still remember what I do and who I am, and I hope to hopefully give out something for you guys to enjoy, and something to enrich you guys, and hopefully get in more detail about this project, because I'm loving it, and I just can't wait to put it out. So thank you guys for the support, and hopefully your prayers, and I hope to make more stuff soon. Y'all be easy. Peace.